probably about 50,000 in total. But
You think you spent 50?
Whoa! 50,000, boys. Watch me on Kick, dude. What are you doing? Why men rent girlfriends darker than you think? Lock in, boys. They're renting now.
over £50,000 on it.
A rented girlfriend. What are the pros?
There's so many pros. Dare I say so little cons.
So why are men renting girlfriends that aren't even real?
I don't want the realities of life. I want
Not real? Oh, hell no. If I'm spending money on it, it's going to be real. Now, that's illegal. Do not do that. But I'm just saying. If I'm going to rent somebody, they're going to be real. All right, boys, renting bitches, lock in.
the yes woman.
Who doesn't say no?
Yeah, who doesn't say no?
After months of investigating, one man who rents girlfriends has agreed to speak to me, and it's the first time he's spoken to anybody about what he does.
Have you ever felt like an incel?
That's an interesting question.
I started this investigation thinking this was a story all about sex, but T is in this for something a lot darker.
To a lot of men, I guess, this is their way to get back what is rightly theirs.
I've tracked down forums full of guys who are doing this.
What the f*** are you talking about? Get back what's rightly theirs. What does that even mean? This man is tripping. I don't even know what the hell he's even talking about. Request. But feel like there's no one with whom I can be 100% myself.
And women all around the globe appealing to them for a paycheck.
Eu adoro os que ficam apaixonados por mim porque eles sempre gastam mais dinheiro comigo.
And it doesn't stop there. I'm taking this to the next level, and by the end of this video, I'm gonna ask T to do something he's never done before.
This is a big day. It's like a genuinely big day.
To talk openly with women about what he does face to face in real life.
For me, honestly, that's an absolute no.
That's not face to face. He's still got a mask on. I mean, the last guy, they forced him to talk to a therapist face to face, and they made him take his mask off. You know what I'm saying? You're currently on a 55-inch TV, Michael. Wow! Do I look good up there, oh son? I've always wanted to be on TV. Hey-ho, yeah. We're watching men rent girlfriends. We're watching men goon, lock in. That motherfucker was in a mall giving out his goon sesh. Oh, whoa!
You're trying to make her feel uncomfortable for the sake of it. So I guess why?
Looking mighty fine, Bubby. Hey-ho, yeah. Look good on that 55-inch TV screen. Wherever it is you live, I'm pretty sure you said Tennessee. Whoa! Hell yeah. Investigating rented relationships.
All right, so to be honest with you guys, I've been working on this investigation for a very long time to try and get deep into the world of renting girlfriends. It's been about a year, maybe a bit less. And yesterday, I made a massive breakthrough. There are a few different webs of guys online renting women to pretend to be their girlfriends. But to be honest, I don't really know why. So I've been trying to get in touch with these guys online to find out. You know, hit them up with the usual Zanlan proposition. Hey, do you want to come and be in a documentary with me where everyone will hear your deepest, darkest secrets? And once again, believe it or not, it's
West Tennessee, Bubby. Hell yeah, I'm in Western Kentucky. I like the western side of the states. Good and flat. Weather's nice. It's rainy as hell today, but still though.
It's actually worked. And the guy I found, it turns out, is kind of the guy to talk to in this space. He used to be one of the moderators of the biggest global webs, the place to find a rent-a-girlfriend, and he did it for 7 years. So he's pretty much the best source I could hope to talk to find out why the hell guys are doing this in the first place. He's agreed to talk to me as
If I had Michael on a 55-inch TV, I'd probably start gooning myself. Jeez. So I'd rub that motherfucker raw. Are they emailing women? Probably gooner dudes. I'll pay you $700 to be my girlfriend for 2 weeks. You think about it like this, though. You wouldn't have to deal with the whole, hey, what do you want for dinner? No, I don't know. You just look at her and go, hey, we're going out to eat Buffalo Wild Wings. And she'd be already ready and be like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like there's these dudes that, you know, that's kind of what they like. They like the fact that whatever they say instantly, because they got like a control problem, like mentally, you know what I mean? They got like some kind of weird control problem. So they want somebody that just instantly does what they say. And that's why they like paying for these girlfriends. They don't want like a real relationship where they have to actually talk to this person and genuinely connect with this human being. Like, I love my wife. My wife is a wonderful, wonderful person, dude. And we genuinely connect on a lot of things. I ain't gonna lie. One of the things that get on my nerves is when I'm like, hey, what do you want for dinner? She's like, that shit aggravates me. I think that aggravates every man, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's not just me. That is a lot of people. But I also do not want to 100% control every aspect that she's got going on because I like the fact that she's someone different. There's a different opinion there. I don't have to always just put it up to me mentally. You know what I'm saying? The women he rents, cooters probably smell like potted meat. Oh, God. Please don't ruin potted meat for me.
Long as he's anonymous. So you're not going to see his face, you're not going to hear his actual voice, and you're not going to know his name.
I'm the one that tells me why I don't know because I just don't care what we eat. I'm the one that tells my wife I don't know because I don't care what we eat. I feel that because I'm, like I said, I'm legitimately like that too. Like I really don't care what we eat. Whatever it is that she cooks, I'm like, I appreciate it. You didn't have to cook, but you did. That's cool as hell. You know what I mean? Or like, you know, hell, even if like she's like, well, give me your card because I'm going to order pizza from Casey's. I'm like, get in there. I'm cool with that. Sounds delicious. Oh my goodness.
But you are going to hear a story. So meet T. So T works in the city of London. He lives with his parents. He's in his late 20s. But beyond that, I don't really know much about him. So yeah, so I'm going to the pub. I'm going to take him for a pint. And to be honest, I have...
This must be British shit. Because this ain't American shit. Unless he finds an American dude that's doing it, this is not American shit. I have never met or seen a person be like, yeah, I just rented this chick, bro. She's my chick for the next 2 weeks, dude. And if I can't come up with 700, she's gone, bro. I can't keep her around after that. So yeah, this, because like we over here, again, we allegedly pay for prostitutes. We don't, you know, we don't rent girlfriends. What happens though if like she falls in love with him? The cooters probably smell like potted meat and taste like Section 8 food. Oh my goodness, dude, that sounds rough. Gone with the wind. What if she falls in love with him though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like what if he pays her to stick around for like 2-3 weeks, and like at the end of the 2-3 weeks, she's like, I don't want to go nowhere. Still on this? No, this is a totally different one. This one's not the Gooners, dude. This is why men rent girlfriends darker than you think. Now you've got to lock in because these are men renting bitches. Come on, bitch, we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings. Boom, she's up ready to go. Get my motherfucking money back. Do these rented women have pimps? They probably got like a business. It's probably like DoorDash, but for women. Got Michael on that high definition 55-inch TV. That mouth looking mighty hot and vulnerable. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank God. No, I do not accept long-time relationships, peasant. How darest thou assume as such? However the fuck it was they talked back then. All right, boys, lock in.
Absolutely no clue how this is going to end. Let's find out.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, let's do it.
How would you describe yourself?
I'll describe myself as a 27-year-old single male, successful career, but lacking in...
Is that bacon fries? Is that what that says right there? Bacon fries, bro? That sounds good as shit. This is like in England or something, bro. Like that'd be like one of the first things I start looking for.
One department, love department. 95% of my life I've been single. It's not that I didn't want a relationship. It was, I was looking, but it wasn't happening. Sometimes you get rejected. I guess every time.
Lock in. Prostitution. Yeah.
I got rejected in that sense.
What do you think the differences are between like a rented girlfriend and a real girlfriend? What are the pros?
Oh, there's so many pros. Dare I say so little cons. The online girlfriend is compliant. She's, you know, your dream girlfriend. You know, a normal girlfriend, you know, she might have work, she might be doing stuff and she'll say, I'm tired or whatnot, which is a fair point, obviously. But the online girlfriend, they're gonna, you know, say, you know, they don't experience tiredness, or they wouldn't tell you we're tired or whatnot. They would do what you want kind of thing.
But is that...
So, do they ever meet him in person? Or are they just texting him? Because I'm not paying $700 for somebody to text me for 2 weeks, bro. That's aggravating. I'm just going to keep it real. Like, if we're not physically hanging out, not physically around me, bro, I'm not paying $700 for us to just text. Fuck that, bro. I'll text ChatGPT. I'll be like, hey, act like a woman. Just start texting ChatGPT. That shit's free.
I guess, is that subservience something you're looking for?
I mean, Somewhat. I mean, ideally, they're not saying no that much.
When you say that, like in what sense, what scenarios are they not saying no?
Creeping.
Well, let's say, you ask them to photo themselves. A normal girlfriend might be like, oh, I don't look good today, blah, blah. Then,
Never had a woman say that to me.
they'll refuse. But the higher girlfriend, I mean, they're getting paid, so they're going to do what they have to do to get themselves ready to get that photo of you because they know you might just cancel.
I know I keep pausing, but I got to point something out here. The last guy's face, the gooner, fit perfectly in this mask. This dude's fucking jaws wide, bro. This dude's got like pit bull jaws, dude. He said he's ready to find somebody on the internet and just lock in. Just latch down, bro. Locking jaws. Billy looks like he rents a girlfriend. If he was single, he'd be like, I'll give you 5 cans of potted meat if you pull your ace out. Shit.
Otherwise, if they're not making you happy.
So there's a kind of power over them that you wouldn't have in a normal relationship.
Yeah. If I was a woman and I knew that the person I was dating had been involved in these hiring a girlfriend schemes, I would not be happy with that. No women would be advocating for other women being exploited.
Is that what you think's happening? Like the kind of women are being exploited in those scenarios?
I think most of the time, yes. Most women, because of the money involved, they're kind of forced into it, even though they don't want to. But the reality is, with that money on attraction, especially if you're looking for, let's say, a college girl, somebody like 18, 19, by default they are, willing to do anything for the sake of money. These women are desperate, and dare I say, if the guy didn't help them,
He is a goofy fella, but he's a good fella. He's a really, really good friend.
they would be some of them would be in the streets or homeless or doing worse things maybe.
So very quickly, T started talking in a way that I was a bit uncomfortable with, talking about how he felt he was exploiting women, how he was kind of using money to pressure them to do things and be in a situation where they just couldn't say no.
I'm not trying to sound mean about this guy in any kind of way, nor am I trying to bash this gentleman, because I like him. I like his documentaries or whatnot. Bro, he said it makes him feel uncomfortable because the guy is exploiting women. But like all of his like videos are like documentaries on gooners, which is women exploitation, documentaries on renting bitches, documentary. There's probably going to like come up a documentary of like I'm the only one allowed to dress my woman. You know what I mean? Like some weird controlling type shit. Motherfucker, you can't try to be a feminist and say they're forced into it and degraded and exploited and then turn around and have them do what you're speaking out against.
Wanted to know like where this was coming from, so I asked him to show me the forums that he used to moderate.
So it's basically like a Reddit forum full of what, men and women?
So sellers will make their posts and then you can either go to them and mess them yourself.
What does it?
Do you think he gets on his computer and texts his online girlfriend and be like, good girl? He probably does, dude. Or like he'll just text her from his phone and be like, send me a picture of that ice. Just randomly while he's sitting in a bar like he's probably done texted like 4 bitches he pays to be his online girlfriends. He probably pays like 4 of them at a time and then pretends like he's gonna get caught. Just for the thrill.
Post say.
Usually you start with the physical aspect. So you say, I want a woman who's, 18 to 23.
And then women all come forward on that post.
It's like their sales pitch, and they will say, yeah, I'm a 20-year-old woman, and blah, blah. If you're interested in the people, you'll say, well, that sounds great. How much do you charge? The good ones will give you like a trial that, where you pretend they're your girlfriend without sort of paying them. And I guess it's one of those things, once you try and do it and you have a decent time, you suddenly realize like, yeah, I can suddenly get whatever girl I want just by paying them. Isn't that like the dream in a sense?
How much do you think you've spent in total?
Probably about 50,000 in total.
You think you've spent 50?
Wow! 50,000, boys. $50,000. On nothing. On people to text, bro. You can pay for an annual subscription to fucking ChatGPT and be like, pretend to be a woman, and I'll randomly text you and you can talk to me. Whoa! That motherfucker looking at sales posts right now on his phone. I'm a feminist and these women are disrespected and I'm here to protect them. Turns around. All right, pull your ass out and do something. Do a somersault, bitch.
£50,000 in total.
Yeah.
What's that like to think about 50,000? That's like a deposit for a house.
So even now, you know, saying it out loud, I'm okay with it. I think experiences are worth paying for, if that makes sense. And yes, it is absolutely not.
It is not worth paying for. My God, dude. What? All right. I know nothing in life's free. Okay, I'm aware of that. I know that, like, when you get an old lady and she lives with you, it's still not free, you know, because you still pay for her food, you know, you're still paying the fucking lights and water, but she sometimes, like, depending on if your lady is a stay-at-home mom or a working mom, either way's fine. But if she is a working mom, she also helps you pay the bills. If she's a stay-at-home mom, she helps in other ways by, like, you know, cooking and keeping your clothes clean and stuff like that, which, me being from the South, I love that, like, that thought. But at the same time, that's still cheaper than paying $50,000 a year. If you get a girlfriend at home, she's free. Kinda. But she's damn sure not $50,000 a year. Paying for a yearly salary for a fake woman. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's goddamn crazy. That is insane. Somebody ought to be ashamed of themselves, and he can't even physically go around and be like, "Boo, yeah, shout."
Money. I think if you start regretting how you use your money.
This is what happens when parents don't whoop their kids' ass. Absolutely agree, dude.
That's not good for you.
This one says, I'm looking for someone that can help with my social skills. Ideally, we'd be like good friends. I also feel like I could use this kind of like therapy. I imagine it feeling really good to have a close connection, have something together. I'd like it to be genuine, even if it's fake. A lot of them are pretty heavy, aren't they? My life isn't great right now. I'm really lonely and depressed and sad, so I'm willing to be the right person to talk about intimate things and pretend to be my friend.
One of my first posts was a little like this, but that's because I was, you know, just being honest and open.
T was obviously struggling with loneliness, and I get that, you know, who hasn't struggled with that? But that feeling had clearly become something a lot more sinister.
I've done stuff with like incels before. Like,
Yeah.
have you ever felt like an incel?
That's an interesting question. I think there have been times where I wasn't hiring a girlfriend, where maybe I was feeling like I was being drawn towards that incel kind of culture. And that's where, you know, you're on YouTube or like the dark side of the internet, you're just kind of watching, I don't know, a guy like Andrew Tate, whether you're listening to for hours and that's going into your head.
So the incel ideology revolves all around one thing: the black pill. I've actually made a doc on incels before, as well as a few other areas in the manosphere, like lux maxing and gooning. So make sure you like and subscribe to Zanland, so not to miss our future.
He brought up our gooner friend. T needs to meet our gooner friend. Yeah, bro, he'll show him how not to be lonely. He'll show him how to use himself to not be lonely.
Films, but here's a quick summary of what I've learned so far. The black pill is a worldview that
I wouldn't say sinister, just weird. Sinister is like demonic murders. This is just straight up fucking weird. Yeah, I agree with that. And the what is the incel? The black pill. That's people like Andrew Tate and all them, right? That's like, you're an alpha. You're him, bro. Smack that bitch. It's like, whoa, what? Excuse you, sir?
tells men that unless they're attractive, wealthy, and dominant, basically chads, they're fated to a life of irrelevance, where women will never date them. This idea of a genetic fate, where you're unable to find love and attract anybody, kind of removes all responsibility for finding a partner and encourages resentment and hate towards women. Hiring a girlfriend seems to fit into all this as a potential solution, a way to escape that rejection and to cure loneliness. If I'm going to properly understand why people like T and incels are hiring girlfriends, I need to ask some pretty uncomfortable questions and go somewhere a bit quieter than a busy pub.
I think because this modern world leads to a case for a lot of guys where trying to find a real relationship is incredibly difficult, and that's where hiring...
Block him. Block Andrew Tate. Block him on YouTube, bro. Block him on fucking X, TikTok, whatever the fuck it is you're watching this guy on, and he's telling you can't get no bitches because you're not bald, buff, and you don't smack him. Block him. Just get, if he's fucking you up that bad, bro, get rid of it. Seriously. If your whole life is going down the drain because of what some guy is saying on the internet, block him. Shut him down, oh son.
Your girlfriend comes into it. It's another option, and dare I say it's a good option. To a lot of men, I guess, this is their way to get back what is rightly theirs.
Bitch! My sandwich is wrong. I asked for mayonnaise and Spam, not mustard and turkey.
I mean, it feels like within this, there's like a sense of entitlement around that kind of, these men and yourself at times feel like you're kind of owed women, but you don't have the women that you deserve.
As a man, you think, I'm going to work hard, do all the things I'm meant to be doing. I'm a good citizen of the world. I deserve a girlfriend kind of thing. I deserve a partner, come back home, have a, pretty lady to come home to.
Who doesn't say no?
Yeah, who doesn't say no?
That's not like a healthy relationship, surely.
I mean, I don't want the reality, extra stresses, the realities of life. I want the yes woman, in a sense, because it's going to make my life better.
A lot of people would say that that's like,
I think the only way you could get a yes woman like he's talking about in real life that's like actively setting in your home is if you're just fucking ungodly rich, bro. I'm talking just nasty rich. Like if you just got all kinds of money, they'd be scared to say no to you. Because then they're like, oh, if I say no to him about going here to eat or going on vacation here or going out to do this, then he's going to leave me and he's going to find somebody that will. That's the only time you're ever going to get like a yes woman. But be reminded that they never actually love you. They only love your money. You're a walking money bag by that point. It makes no sense. You know what I mean? So it's better to have someone that's going to just tell you no versus just letting them sit around your house because you have money. Because you're never going to really be loved, bro.
a pretty reductive way to see a man and woman relationship, and I guess like maybe a little bit worrying.
I guess guys, we need support to figure out how can we be fair to women and the relationship.
Andrew Tate and this guy are staples on how men should be. We should beat the brakes off our women for the disrespect, messing up our sandwiches. As soon as they burn our food, just beat the hell out of them. Jesus. Ain't no way, bro. You can't lock in if you're in there smacking bitches over sandwiches.
Something we hope to get.
I mean, a lot of these ideas seem to come from like, I suppose, the manosphere, the world of the incel, Is that where a lot of these thoughts have come from for you?
Yeah,
You think you could burn my food and get away with it, motherfucker? You gonna have to whoop me. Got her blocked in the kitchen. Kids crying and shit. Your sister-in-law's like, don't look. Calling the law on you.
you say my opinions and views are shaped from the world that I see around me. I deserve a partner who's going to love me back. And if you don't get that, you feel that resentment and maybe anger against the world that I'm doing everything I'm meant to be doing. Why isn't it working? Then maybe this hiring a girlfriend thing actually, in some respect, helps tame that anger a bit. I think being angry at women in general doesn't achieve anything because there's not much, every woman.
We need to put that on a t-shirt. You can't lock in if you in there smacking bitches over sandwiches. This is why I wear wife beaters and rock a mullet that's shaved on the sides. Because these guys inspire me. Ah! Now, I also have one on, though, I ain't gonna lie. But it's not because I'm locked in that kind of way. All right? It's just as soon as these cameras go off and I'm done, bro, this shirt comes off and I'm just walking around in this and chances are I'm probably going to bed. Bro, I'm in sleep pants right now. I'm in plaid sleep pants. These guys inspire me, bro. I'm that locked in. I'm that guy that's got jogging pants on, a wife beater. People are constantly telling me, don't look. Prove it. Or your ass out. Shit.
We can do, but I think, as a collective society and whatnot, we need to try and, obviously encourage the women to.
Nothing wrong with being comfortable, brother. You right. And since you said that, my shoes is finna come off too. Hell yeah. We're all about to really lock in together, dude. Shoes off, sleeping pants. I wish this chair reclined. I mean, the back part lays down, but you wouldn't be able to hear me.
To try and bridge that gender imbalance and.
Does that mean lower standards?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the bar is very high for women, and
I guess women would probably argue that's kind of way too simplistic of a kind of a.
Bet your boxers match prove that. Hell no, my boxers are just pure red, dude. My boxers are just red. I got them red lacy boxers, baby.
Assessment in that actually the men just aren't kind of good enough or not trying hard enough, or the women have high expectations because they should be able to have high expectations of the men that they go out with.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I think if I look to myself in this bit of self-reflection, I've not got any high issues. I'm successful with my career.
All you need now is potted meat as a potted meat sandwich with Miracle Whip and some RC, and then you'll be set. I've heard a lot of people tell me they put Miracle Whip on potted meat sandwiches, and you know the weirdest part is eating potted meat for as long as I have never done that. I've never put Miracle Whip on my potted meat sandwiches. Dude, I would just eat them straight. Hot sauce sometimes. I will say that, bro. I'll bust out some Texas Pete hot sauce. Just fucking, just all over it, dude. Wow, that little clip right there could have really been taken out of context. Thong? No, bro, no. I just got on. I got on my underwear basically look like basketball shorts.
I have some hobbies. I'm not unfit. You know, I can crack jokes sometimes. I think what the problem is because of that choice, women are looking for, you know, the top 10%.
But you think women are looking for what, like 9 out of 10s or something? Like what?
Man, Miracle Whip is a shit, dude. I like it better than regular mayo. I really love Miracle Whip. Bro, you make you a bologna and cheese, like a fried bologna and cheese sandwich, bro. Throw some Miracle Whip on that shit, dude. Oh, my goodness, bro. Some Funyuns or Doritos with it. Oh, my goodness, bro.
Well, I mean, if I knew what women were looking for, I probably wouldn't be single. But when there's conscious efforts from women to kind of pick who they want, they're going for, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Do you think women should have that level of choice?
I mean, in an ideal world, it should be a bit more equal.
Do you think that sense of kind of maybe entitlement you sometimes have, or the sense of these kind of traditional old school gender roles?
Now you making me hungry? I know, dude. My fault, bro. I'm actually kind of sitting here thinking to myself, like, damn, this conversation alone is what poverty sounds like. Yeah, I know. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, damn, dude, I bet a fried bologna sandwich with some Miracle Whip won't be good. I'm already making myself hungry, dude. I don't know. I don't eat on stream, though. It always makes me feel weird. I always feel like everybody's judging me. They're like, why is he chewing like that, bro?
Could that be the reason it's hard for you to meet women?
It's not like men don't know what to say to women to convince them to get their way. It's just maybe women are getting clever enough to see through that.
A lot of what T was saying here was pretty shocking to me.
I'd definitely judge you. I'm sure you probably would judge me. I feel like all y'all constantly judging me if I'd be sitting here eating. I feel like y'all judging me when I take a drink or something, bro. Look at me like, oh, I look weird right now.
And I really wanted to know what it was like to be on the other side of all this. From what he told me, a lot of these rent-a-girlfriend relationships are online, and the guys very rarely meet up with the women in real life. The appeal really did seem to be that it was a simulation of a loving interaction and not really about the sex. So Tia told me from his time as a moderator of one of these forums that a lot of the women selling these services are from places like Southeast Asia or South America, places where Western guys can use a bit of wealth disparity to pay for power and control. So
hell no, brother. I praise you for swallowing. It is over. You're the first person I've ever seen drink RC Cola. Are you serious, bro? You've never seen anyone else drink RC Cola before? Let me ask this, Mac. Have you ever drank an RC Cola before? Also, by the way, I know this sounds strange, but whoa there, Ocean. When I drank Gatorade, I drank the lemon lime one because it's the original Gatorade from like the 90s. Or whenever it was that Gatorade came out, 80s, some shit like that. The first flavor that came out, I'm pretty sure it was lemon lime. I'm surprised it made it because a lot of people's like, oh god, that's the worst one. No, that motherfucker good. You must be from California. You've never had an RC Cola, Bubba? I'm gonna have to find out where you live and ship you one, Ocean, to make sure that you can try one. I know they're not clear on screen, but there's a regular RC right there. It's like a prop. I keep it up. I don't plan on ever drinking it. And then there's a cherry RC behind it. Banned. When I got COVID, anything with lemon tastes like ass. Bro, I agree. Because when I got COVID, I couldn't even, like, somebody gave me a Mountain Dew, and that was the worst goddamn thing I've ever had before in my life, dude. I was like, yeah, what the fuck's in this, bro? It was like, what are you talking about? It's brand new. It fucked me up, dude. That shit was nasty. That shit was real nasty. Speaking of RC Cola, hold on. Now I have to lock in. I have no other choice. RC Cola is amazing, and lemon lime Gatorade is my favorite. My people.
So to continue this investigation, I'm going to have to meet one of these women in real life, and that means flying halfway around the world to go to Brazil.
Homie takes these documentaries serious, though, son.
That's literally a massive escort advert advertising companionship services.
Amy,
you playing RP tonight? Yes, sir. We'll be on there tonight, brother. I was going to be on there the other night, but when my dad broke his leg, dude, I had to abruptly end my stream. But he got out of surgery yesterday and just got out of the hospital today. We went and got him earlier and brought him home. So everything's good. I'm good to go. I am going to play RP. And we're going to have some fun tonight.
Oro is a Brazilian sex worker who's also a girlfriend for hire. And I want to talk to her and find out what she gets out of this. What's it like to interact with these guys? She doesn't speak any.
I drank RC out of a fat bitch's belly button. Shit. Now that's dedication right there. By the way, how'd he break his leg? So he was coming out of his house, and my house sits right here. His house is right here, and my brother's house is right here. So I'm the only one on this side of the road. And him and my brother share a driveway. Well, he was coming out of his house, and he was going to ask my brother if he could borrow his car so he could go to the dollar store to get him something to eat. And when he stepped on the bottom step, dude, something happened, and he slipped off of it. Well, when he hit the ground, I guess he tried to catch himself, and they said his shin just twisted up, dude. They said, like, the way they described it was like take a Dorito and just twist it like this. And it just shattered his shit, dude. It was like almost not, in my opinion, since it's a little bit more like a bone, take one of those pretzel sticks and just twist it. And that's basically what happened to his shin, dude. He just shattered his shit. And they had to give him surgery and like put his stuff back together or whatnot. Damn it, boy, it sounds painful. It was, dude. I'm sure it was. He was like, he told me, he said, God almighty, I've never seen that man cry. He just looked at me bluntly. He went, this fucking hurts, dude. That's all he kept saying was, this fucking hurts, dude. God, this fucking hurts, dude. He just kept saying it over and over again. I was like, how do I imagine it does? Yeah, he's good, though. He's good now, man. It just twisted his shit up. They put some screws in it, some plates and stuff, and they said he was good to go. They said he couldn't walk on it or put any pressure on it for like 3 months, something like that. They had to put a rod in his leg because I think the shin is the hardest to heal. Yeah, they put a rod in there. Put a rod and some plates and stuff in there, I think, or like a rod and some screws or something. Hey, it was fucked up, dude, because when we got to the hospital in Murray, like they had his leg propped up, but there was like no structural integrity under his foot. So like his leg was like laid out like this, and then his foot was just, and it was just dangling, dude. Like where I guess like it kind of broke like close to the ankle and shit. It was fucked up looking, man. I don't know.
English, so I have to use Google Translate. And that's supposedly what she does with the clients.
Amy started doing sex work when she was 18 after seeing an advert in a newspaper. It was a path she used to leave a home with a dad that she says was abusive.
Oh, here she is.
She's increasingly selling what she calls the girlfriend experience.
Why was he smiling about it?
And she's agreed to spend the day with me to answer my questions.
Do you consider them your boyfriend? Or is it business? Is there any real love there?
Com certeza eu gosto deles, mas é de uma forma diferente, não é como namorado. Eu adoro os que ficam apaixonados por mim, porque eles sempre gastam mais dinheiro comigo.
How much does it usually cost to spend a day with you?
Eu cobro R$4.500.
Amy's clients sometimes do fly out to Brazil to meet her in real life, and then she'll spend the day with them, including having sex. We were going to
Whoa! You know he rented her. Yeah, she said $800, bro, for a day. $800 for a day. That's crazy.
a house, which is a place she doesn't usually take clients for her own safety.
So how do you speak to like foreign gringos? How do you talk to them?
Eu passo a mão no pau deles.
How did you get into this?
Eu falei, vou começar na prostituição, vou pagar minha faculdade, porque na época eu fazia faculdade.
Fuck. Deep ass voice. What the hell? I know, bro. This is what I'm thinking the whole time. I'm like, wow, this chick she's worse than the dude that's paying for it.
De direito. Vou terminar a faculdade de direito, vou seguir como advogada e vou parar com a prostituição. Eu vivi uma situação um pouco abusiva na minha casa. Meu pai, ele pagava todas as contas, ele dava tudo para mim e para minha irmã, mas ele queria ditar as regras e ele era muito agressivo. E também eu tenho oportunidades que uma menina pobre não teria nunca na vida.
How would you describe what you do?
As pessoas que me procuram querem esse perfil namoradinha, querem que eu dê atenção, querem ser quase enganado. Ele me paga e essa hora ele vai querer que eu seja namoradinha.
Is what she's doing wrong? Who's she looking at? She looking at me? She keeps looking at me like that, they're gonna have to whoop my ass. She took a drastic left turn, went from studying law to being an expensive whore. So is what she's doing wrong? I mean, these dudes know, like they know they're getting on there and actively asking for a fake relationship. Is that wrong? That she's taking advantage of them? But like, is she really taking advantage of them? Because they're basically getting on there and they're like, yo, I want a fake relationship because I don't want the hassle. I'm willing to pay for it. And she's just there to like work. Is she any different than a meat department clerk? Motherfuckers don't want to cut their own meat no more. They got a butcher. Either they're going to have to whoop your ass or eat your ass. Either way, y'all got to get naked. Oh my God. That did not answer my question.
Dele. Eu mando mensagem pela manhã, perguntando como tá o trabalho, escutar que eu amo. E eu falo. Eles são bem carentes.
Psychologically, why do you think these guys are looking for someone to feel emotionally attached to?
Não conseguirem, na vida real, uma namorada da forma que eles desejariam, que é gostosa, é uma gostosa na cama e uma princesinha na rua, né? Como diria esse ditado popular. E aí eles contratam como uma forma de se enganar.
Do you find that you're doing more kind of companionship?
Os homens estão cada vez mais querendo contratar profissionais do sexo do que ficar com uma mulher que vai encontrar e vai ser um encontro como um date comum. Eles sempre falam, eu vou gastar com Uber, restaurante e lá, e na hora eu não vou transar.
Oh, how the fuck do people that talk like that understand each other? Like, the words don't even seem like they make sense. And I know that is the dumbest, redneckish, inconsiderate, uncultured thing that I could have ever said. But at least when I look at a pack of bologna, and I call it bologna, the shit looks like it would be called bologna. $10 for both, and you do everything to me? Oh my God, dude. I remember that part in the movie. Yeah, motherfuckers used to catch like chlamydia and shit or the clap from shit like that, dude, back in the day. That's crazy work.
When guys do come to meet Amy in real life, she likes them to take her to a restaurant. And obviously, they pay for it.
How often are you getting clients who want to spend time with you because they can't meet women otherwise?
Que é muito, mas 60%.
What do you do in those situations where you're meeting a guy who's so lonely, so...
My bad, I probably just got you canceled or demonized. Nah, bro. Okay, cancel. Who gonna cancel me? They kick me off Twitch, oh son, I'm just full kick. Okay? Hey, Kick ain't gonna do it. They're not gonna kick me off. And fucking, surely YouTube wouldn't do that. That's outlandish, bro. What is? Like the dinner? The dinner thing's outlandish? Why is he screaming at her while they're eating dinner? YouTube gonna be like, oh, you want to use racial remarks?
Depressed that you're the only woman that they can talk to. They have to pay to talk to someone.
Eu sinto que eu tenho papel importante ali no momento de acolhê-los, tentar acolher essa dor, tentar acolher esse vazio, tentar lidar com esse vazio o melhor possível, mesmo que não seja de uma forma perfeita como eles gostariam. Tem alguém que se importa com eles. Por exemplo, um cliente que me traz aqui e ele tem depressão. E ele fala que eu faço muito bem a ele. Eu acho que é muito mais questão de autoestima baixa do que a pessoa mesmo não ter, assim, não poder, sabe? Mas a pessoa acha que isso seria impossível. Grandes clientes, vários clientes têm que fazer terapia e não fazem, né?
I think what's interesting here is that so much of what
That bitch got a cocked eye. That old woman behind her probably like, she's a beginner. When I was her age, I had them coming and going and paying for everything. Oh, shit. Look a little closer to the old woman's tape.
Amy's saying is kind of like the exact opposite of the black pill, that radical ideology of the incels that seems to be taking a hold of a lot of the guys here. Amy is saying the problem with a lot of her clients isn't looks, it's mindset, self-esteem, mental health issues, and that they'd really benefit from going to therapy, but that's exactly what they're not doing. Amy had to go because she had clients to keep company. Being a girlfriend for hire seemed to be an arrangement that she was happy with, and she'd used it to make money that had changed her life. But she now spent a lot of her time interacting with men who'd fallen into radical ideology, like T. Okay, so I'm back from Brazil, and T has actually texted me again asking if we can meet up. I've asked him what he wants to do, and he said he wants to do something he has never done before, which is talk open and honestly with women to try and find out why he's single. I think this is a seriously big opportunity. It could not only help us get to the end of our investigation, but I think it's a major life moment for T.
Bro, he's single because he won't try. He won't go out and try. Download fucking Tinder, bro. Quit talking to these fake ass bitches on the internet.
To have his views challenged with actual women. But to be honest with you guys, I actually don't have a clue how we're going to make this happen because I'm flying in 2 days to make another film. And if we're going to do this, I need to get women on board right now. Maybe I can just do like an Instagram call out and see if anyone from the community of Zanlanders would be open to doing this. And you guys really came through because over the next hour, I got so many responses and got to work.
I appreciate the follow, brother. That means a lot, Bubby. It really does. Hell yeah. It scared me a little bit, though. I ain't gonna lie. I heard that shit. I looked up. I was like, what the hell was that? Why did it make that noise? I forgot that I set that noise. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. When this is over and we put it on YouTube, I'll zoom in on myself when that happens, and y'all can watch me go and kind of jump when it happens. Shit caught me off guard. Thank you so much, though, Bubba. That means a lot to me.
Hello. Yeah, it's Ben from Zanland. I've got a bit of an unusual request. Have you heard of the black pill? There's probably going to be 3 of you in total. You're talking to a guy who rents girlfriends. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could describe him as incel-y. You actually think you can come? Ah, great.
Okay, I actually cannot believe that worked, but it is on.
Y'all see how he's got like the banner, the screens with the logos on it, bro. He's got the little like recording in session thing, which I already have. I have the on air thing. But the banners, the logos, all that. I'm about to do that. I'm about to just drown myself in my own logo, bro. I'm gonna put it on my phone. I'm about to wear shirts with the shit on it. I'm gonna go overboard. And when people's like, you sell merch, I'm gonna go, hell no.
This was going to be something new for T. Talking to women transparently was something he'd literally never done before, unless he was paying them. In fact, other than me, he'd never spoken with anyone unless they'd met on the forums. So I really didn't know what to expect.
Happy Sunday. How you doing?
Sunday. I'm excited to continue our conversation.
This is a big
What the fuck's he sounding like Jason from Friday the 13th? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday.
day. It's like a genuinely big day. I guess an unconventional day in your life.
Yeah, for sure.
You probably don't sit down with 3 ladies back to back asking questions about kind of dating.
Yeah, drown yourself
often.
in your own shit.
The women online, I mean, they are primarily sellers, so they will never give you the honest opinion. There's no other reason really for me to be talking to women online.
Yeah, how much are you open to your mind being changed?
I've come into this project, experiment, how you want to describe it, as an honest kind of learning experience. I think you, Ben, you've been, very non-judgmental as per your past documentaries as well. And this is the place, this is the platform to be completely open. I mean, there's no time for any bullshit. It's just, let's get the answers I've been looking for.
T is going to speak with 3 different women: Laura, Eliza, and Alba. So T has come in with a bunch of questions.
I'll tell you what, if he's talking to any of them the way he was just talking to him, dude, they're going to be freaked out because that motherfucker didn't blink, bro. That motherfucker didn't blink at all. That mask makes him look like Michael Hargrove if he was Gunner. I mean Michael Myers. I agree. Oh, wait. Buffed, y'all. I see what y'all are doing there.
That he's pre-prepared for them. And he wants to try and understand what they think about his worldview of subservience, power, dominance, and traditional gender roles.
This video was not a pre-watch. I knew it was about dominance. I told y'all that in the beginning, bro. I was like, this dude does this shit, bro, because he's got a problem with being in control. I knew it, dude. That's like a, I don't know, man. It came off that way instantly.
As you'd probably expect, these conversations are going to be pretty awkward and
Gunnar Miles. Shit, my bad. Gunnar Myers.
difficult. And it's worth saying that I've briefed all these women, still don't know how this is going to end up.
I've got questions for you.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead with the questions.
So, what intrigued you to come today and talk with me?
Interest in, I think mainly in why you would want to partake in something like this. So I guess I just wanted to kind of give you the benefit of the doubt in a sense and hear why you're interested.
Hargooner? Oh, hell no, bro. That's about to be my new Xbox gamer tag. Hargooner. Fuck yeah, but I'm going to change my Discord name to that, dude.
In that.
Benefit of the doubt. That's an interesting comment.
There's a lot of negative connotation.
I'm about to open up a strictly gaming channel that's like edited and everything on YouTube, and the name of the channel is going to be Hargooner.
Patients, around renting girlfriends.
Describe to me what you're looking for in a partner.
A bit more submissive than...
That motherfucker just so goddamn weird with that question. So what makes you want to meet with me? Well, first off, you're a strange man on the internet that pays to rent bitches, and you're sitting here with a ghost white mask in front of me. Look at his eyes, dude. So he's like fixated. It's almost like he has a look on his face like he cannot fucking believe that he's actually talking to a woman in person, dude. Or he's looking at him like he wants to just like be like, I control you now. You belong to me.
The ordinary woman you might meet, that may be my niche.
What you're looking for, let's say if we presented
if I
to you
actually used
someone
that,
who
I
was
would
very
100%
much
give you
not
credit.
that submissive type
In the
of
description, I would say
person,
named by Bradley.
be a deal breaker for you?
We have to get to some examples, but if we're messaging each other while we're dating and she doesn't respond to me promptly, then it's not going to work out kind of thing.
What is promptly, like how quickly are you expecting in those situations?
If the person if she's available, she's at home, she's not doing anything, then immediately, I would say. I mean, obviously, people need to go to do other stuff like go for water or go to the toilet, etc.
What's the implication if she doesn't reply quickly, though? What's happening in your mind?
Well, I think what's she doing? What is more important than talking with me?
For me, honestly, that's an absolute no. If you want to know how I would feel,
I could think of 100,000 things, but that is more important than talking to your motherfucking ass, dude. Hey guys, Hargooner here. Today we're playing some RP. If you enjoy, hit that damn like button and subscribe. Share the motherfucking video. Hargooner Gaming and Hargooner VODs. Hell yeah. But seriously, I can think of 100 things that is more important than talking to this motherfucker, dude.
would feel terrible because I wouldn't want to be controlled. I can't speak for all women. I would say that most women would not want that. You wouldn't want someone to now text you and be like, hi, please text me now, and you're shooting a documentary, right? Like, it's just basic freedoms, and I would not wish anyone to have to go through that.
Would you agree that there are some women who are fine to be submissive in that way?
This is very difficult for me because it's very different to how I am the same. I mean, I don't know the full extent of how submissive we're talking here.
How submissive are you talking? Because I also don't know the full extent.
They will kind of, within reason, do what you tell them to do.
I'll be honest, I don't know any women who would choose to be in that situation.
Within reason, do what you tell them to do. Mike Vick with the dog. Oh, no, bro. Could be your marketing directors for your channel with these amazing ideas. What's this man talking about? Do what I tell them to do within reason. See one of them guys that's like, all right, I'm going to bed. So are you. Well, I'm not. So are you. We're going to bed. We are going to bed. Is he one of them guys?
Situation.
Why do you think it is that you want this? What is it that's making you want someone who does what you say?
I think its idea, like you said, is about power. It's a sense that it's my way of getting what I'm due. For an average woman now, she's getting 100 guys after her, and so her expectations are a lot higher than if it wasn't that way before, as it was before, where, let's say, guys were the ones choosing the partners.
If you take the bulk of human history, women were forced into relationships that were nowhere consensual. The concept of dating is very much like a 20th century.
So you're gonna bark when daddy tells you to bark. You understand? New rap name, Hargooner. Every time you start the song, Hargooner on a beat, bitch.
Century concept. Complaining about issues with modern dating, to me as a woman, feels futile, because the fact that women are able to make generally consensual decisions about relationships they enter, that feels like a marked improvement.
How do you feel about if you were dating someone, if a guy had been hiring a girlfriend in his past?
I think I would be judgmental at first. I would definitely be close-minded. There's one thing to talk about being open-minded, and there's another thing about, you know, actually encountering someone who tells me this. I would definitely be, you know, open-minded to at least try and understand of like why you've been doing that, but definitely it would put me off at first a little bit.
Part of me wonders if you wouldn't feel the need to have so much power over these girls if you didn't feel insecure that they'd leave you once you stop paying them.
Yeah, no, I think maybe that's a good angle to take.
That girl feels uncomfortable by him. If you watch, you can tell she's assertive because she refuses to back down, which is like a strong point of hers. But if you also pay attention to her too, you can tell she feels uncomfortable by him by the way she kind of twitches after she says something that she's worried he may not like. Watch this.
Wouldn't feel the need to have so much power over these girls if you didn't feel insecure that they'd leave you once you stop paying them.
Yeah, no, I think maybe that's a good angle
Did y'all see that? Y'all see how she twitched like that?
to take.
I mean, it might be worth considering, I don't know if you've considered this in the past, but like relationship coaching. People deal with rejection on a daily basis, but I think the main thing is to not beat yourself up about it. These are things that happen.
I got bars, oh son. No sound. I answered a phone call. I'm sorry, boys. You mean no sound from the video, or you just mean no sound like when I was talking just now? Okay.
And day to day, but it shouldn't kind of, kick you back down and put you in this negative mindset.
So just after we finished filming, Eliza pulled me aside and kind of flagged something that T had done as she was about to sit down for the interview.
I walked in and said, "Where should I sit down?" And he went like this. Presuming I'm sitting there.
Let's get rocking and rolling, guys. Yeah, just come
Which just feels
Whoa, brother. Whoa, bro. We're gonna watch that again. Watch his eyes too, y'all. Y'all watch this motherfucker's eyes. Kitten can't do anything unless daddy says so. Seriously though, watch his eyes real quick.
like this. Presuming I'm sitting there.
Let's get rocking and rolling, guys. Yeah, just come
Which just feels like a brilliant way to kind of open the interview and make someone comfortable.
He said, why? what? I pay attention to people like their eyes and their body movement and all that shit. Why is he doing that? Why is he like so stiff and strange, dude?
Yeah, which just feels like a brilliant way to kind of open the interview and make someone comfortable. Yeah, it's a power thing. It's a way to try and embarrass me, or a way to say, "Hey, I own this interview," you know.
So look, like, I do not think that behavior is okay. And I wanted to sit down with T and try and understand a bit more about why he did that in that moment. So I did.
It was interesting watching you. I felt like you're different talking to me than you were talking to the women. Like, you know, you mentioned to one of them off camera, you said, I think she said, like, where should I sit? And you did this. What made you do that?
I wanted the women to feel empowered in a sense that and fired up maybe a little bit.
So you wanted her to feel empowered by saying, sit on my lap?
Well, no, I wanted to feel angry by me suggesting that. She would give me the fiery, responses.
Why the hell would you want that? Why the hell would you want someone to be angry at you while they was talking to you? That makes no sense. You're talking to them so they can try to help you figure out why it is you can't get a woman, brother. Not to bring them in there and get make them furiously angry so they just like nitpick at you in every single solitary way. That makes no sense. You got to quit listening to these motherfuckers on the internet, bro. They ain't never going to get you no ass. They can probably make Meat Canyon videos about these guys. I guarantee it, dude. I guarantee it. I love Meat Canyon, by the way.
That I wanted to kind of get the feedback. I wanted to feel confident in the feedback she was giving. She could be as direct and transparent as she wanted. And
do you think that makes any logical sense? If you wanted her to feel that, why did you not say to her, I just want you to feel comfortable to be as direct as you can, as opposed to saying, sit on my lap?
Yeah, I can't explain that one. It was a poorly worded joke.
Bro sounds like a pedo wanting her to sit on his lap like that, bro. He was acting very, very sketchy, bro. And he looked sketchy.
It's a bit creepy, you know. It felt like you're trying to overpower her. You're trying to make her feel uncomfortable for the sake of it, which, again, is that sense of entitlement So I guess why?
Yeah, to me, I suppose it was a little like a peacock, flaring its feathers, trying to impress the other person. And it was me trying to say, look at me, I'm impressive, I'm confident.
Have you read something, or is that spoken about on subreddits, kind of how to act in those scenarios?
Yeah, I think general first impression guidance with dealing with women is that you want to be confident and appear, not insecure, even if...
I think a way to be confident and appear not insecure in front of women is to not act weird because you're in front of women. Just straight up, dude. Quit acting fucking weird. Just be yourself, man. If you're funny, be funny. Don't go out of your way to try to be funny. Don't overdo it. Just be naturally funny. Have natural conversations. Just naturally interact with people, bro. You don't have to be fucking weird whenever they enter the room. Just be natural. And then most of the time, women love that. They need to search his hard drive. I 100% agree with you. I think I'd rather do hardcore drugs than be like these guys. I agree. I'll stick to the old goon cave ocean. Yeah, dude.
If you are feeling nervous, one of the ways you can do that is by making, outrageous kind of comments or suggestions to show that you're not afraid of anything.
If you, just be a genuinely nice person who makes people feel comfortable being who they are and not threatened, your likelihood of having a positive interaction that could then lead to a relationship is significantly higher. There is a question of do you think that the black pill is the reason you're finding it so difficult to meet someone?
Yeah, I think so. I think what they were drilling at, and that's what I got gauged from the rest of the answers, is they're saying the mindset is the most important bit. I had one question, a final question that was okay, just for yourself.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, ask me away.
So you met me at the start of the process, and I suppose this is the end for now. How do you feel, seeing me as a person?
I think one red flag is that idea that if you text someone, they don't immediately text you back, you're going to be upset about it. That needs to change if you're going to have a healthy relationship. So, I'd say try and work on yourself. I don't want to suggest.
I think, bros, you're talking about him, right? The main guy. I think he's blinking so much, dude, because either he feels agitated by old rent-a-girl, or he feels uncomfortable about him. It's one of the two. Maybe his actions of looking at that girl and going, telling her something, maybe it really did bother him, dude. Because you notice in the Goon video, he was kind of real jokey about the porn and stuff like that, and he was whatever. And he was saying things that we knew was just straight bullshit, about how he don't watch it and stuff, and he was kind of laughing while he was doing it. But this situation here, man, I think that really made him uncomfortable. That really made him, it looks like it made him agitated and mad and uncomfortable. Because I feel like he's going out of his way to try to help this fucking guy, and seeing him do that, and then asking him, why would you do that? And him giving him bullshit answers of that's how you break the ice. I think that pissed him off. I think that's why he's blinking so much. That's why I'd be blinking so much, if I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe he doesn't want to make eye contact with him, but he knows that he has to for the camera.
I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, but there's something making you want a subservient woman. Seems to be a sense of fear and rejection.
Yeah, I think that's where it all maybe stems from, and maybe that was very well said, Ben. If I continue to, go down this path of just wanting, a submissive woman, I'm probably not going to find that in the first place without paying for it. But also that
It's ain't the 1800s, brother. You can't just start slapping her around whenever she don't do what you say no more. Laws has changed.
that's going to take me down a darker path in how I view women and relationships in a wider sense as well. The positive bit was from the women saying, you are here maybe now.
He just looks mad. It's like the red right here on his nose. And it's like the blank gaze that he's giving him. He looks mad. But he's very professional at what he does, so he's not gonna the mask guy's eyes look kind of scary. Yeah, I thought the same thing, dude. But hey, this dude's super professional, phenomenal content creator, dude, and he's not cool with what went on right here. But he's just staying professional.
But you're not stuck there. They seemed obviously not happy with it, but not completely distraught about it either. They'd rather.
Also, another like body psychology thing. You see how like he's kind of like away from him, as to where like he's like just sitting there, hands on his knees, very open, like he's comfortable with himself. If you look at him, his legs crossed, his arms are crossed, and he's turned away while talking to him. That's not coincidental. That's a deliberate thing. That it's a subconscious thing, is what it is. He is, like I said, angry and uncomfortable. That's why his body is in this position, because he doesn't want to be around this guy after that shit. Because if you notice, before that shit, before he knew about it, he was sitting like him by the camera. He was sitting there like this. He was leaning forward. He was talking to him. Now he's like standoffish, arms crossed, leaned away. Not cool with it, dude. Not cool with it. I don't understand why they call them rented girlfriends. Just call them what they are, prostitutes or whores. That's true, dude. He probably asked if that guy had a sister he could rent for an online girlfriend. I would beat his ass, bro. Like the moment he said that, I would punch him right in the fucking head.
Whether you tell them than not tell them, and that was one thing I haven't done before. Being honest with myself and to the people I date in the future, being confident and comfortable that, you know, who I am as I am is, you know, enough for that.
Yeah, and I'd also say, look, I'm a guy, I'm married to a woman who's a badass, who's not subservient in any way, who tells me how it is constantly. You know, she earns more money than me. We have a child together. It's fucking great. Like, there's a beauty in having a relationship that's equal, where the woman is absolutely killing it. You support that person when they need to be supported. They support you. It's an equal, balanced relationship. Like, the idea that you want to be in a relationship with someone is just, you know, beholden to you and you're belittling them by expecting them to do what you want all the time. That is not going to make you feel good inside anyway. So I think
high dollar escort is what they are, O'Shawn. I agree with you. That's exactly what they are, dude. And the thing is, it's like you're not even getting the same ending with them. All you're getting some text messages. Classy horse.
like, take it as evidence that there are relationships that are freaking nice. I genuinely hope you find love and happiness. I hope it's not in a subservient relationship. I hope it's in a relationship where you both treat each other with respect.
That chin could kill a man. I agree.
And value each other's opinions, and that's, you know, live happily ever after. But you said some stuff that's going to piss people off, for sure.
I told y'all he was fucking mad, because he just, like, he said you said some stuff that's going to piss some people off. And I feel like that's him. I feel like that's him basically implying, like, I'm even one of those people that are pissed off. You know what I'm saying? That is exactly what's happening here, dude. I told y'all. Ready for 5M, Bubba? Nope! No, I'm playing, yeah.
Because there'll be people who watch it and go, wow, that feels quite offensive. But the fact you've come here and shown up and tried to change that mindset, I think is extremely.
Hey, Billy, do you have a goon cave? What did I miss? LMFAO. Why is he mad? Bro, he is pissed off because this dude did some shit to, like, one of those girls that he had come in here to talk to him. Like, when they come in, the girl was like, where do I sit at? And he looked up at her and went, and, like, patted his lap, and it made that girl super uncomfortable, dude. And ever since then, this guy's been acting, like, weird. Like, he's, like, real standoffish, nose kind of red and shit. You know what I mean? Like, he's ready to fight, dude. Shoot, ain't nothing classy about him. The morals went out the door a long fucking time ago.
Powerful.
After we finished speaking, we turned the
I'd be
cameras
clapping
off.
him.
But then something incredible happened while the mics were still rolling.
I think I've given up on hiring you for now. Just I've got to stick to it.
I think that's okay. No, we have to get there. We do have to get that.
I don't see myself going back to hiring girlfriends ever again.
I mean, he could have said worse. He could have, dude. He could have been way worse. But, like, he was... See how his eyes are, dude? Creepy looking motherfucker, dude, under that mask. I know he is. And his head, dude, he's like... He's Steve from Minecraft. This shit is square. I guarantee you that dude would go to Epstein Island if he could. I'm sure, because, like... What did they do there? They drugged people and they passed out and they just touched them against their will? This dude would love that, bro. He'd be all over that shit. He'd be like, I get to do what? And he would have been up in there, bro.
That's going to be hard, I know, because at times I'm still going to feel the loneliness, but what's on me is to find healthy ways to replace those feelings, and that could be, like you said, therapy, or surrounding myself with, you know, maybe more women friends, or thinking, what am I going to do to counter those feelings that are dragging me, you know, to the dark side? That kind of way will help me survive for the long term, but that is my intention, to never go back to it.
After all of the kind of deeply entrenched views of resentment and anger that T had shared with me, I really did not expect them to reconsider his views. I always go into these investigations hoping that the person that I'm spending time with is open to reevaluating their views.
Yeah, that motherfucker did not reevaluate his views, dude. He was like, okay, this dude's about to end his documentary. I gotta say something that makes it look like a happily ever after ending. I'm gonna lie and tell him that I could never go back to that. Bro, I bet you the moment he left, he sent some bitch $700 and was like, now send me a picture of your ass.
I tried to come in the same, but it's very rare that the person actually does change. Time will tell if T actually changes, not just whether he rents girlfriends, but if he addresses the underlying reason of why.
Yeah, send me a picture of your toes. Speaking of toes, I'm finna open up a section in the Discord called Toes. Everybody can just start sending pictures of their toes. That'd be so funny. I'd be hitting him from the back. Ho! He's a pathetic nerd that probably couldn't get a girl and is mad at a woman, so he pays them to get his anger out because he hates them. Shit. We should get our own island and be the complete opposite of Epstein's Island and save the victims and call it Hargrove Island or something of the sort. Hell yeah. Let's save people, bro. Let's all get together and just start, like, let's all buy a van, get together, and make it like Scooby-Doo, bro. And we'll just go around solving mysteries. That would be so cool. And that's what we'll do for the rest of our lives. And then we'll all retire together. Solve mysteries like I'm Scooby-Doo. I'd have him pay me to gargle that thing.
T was part of a community of men online that was using money to rent women for power and control.
Hand out free candy and show them that we actually had candy. Yeah. Let's all get together and eat potted meat and drink RC Cola. God damn, that sounds like a poverty party. We can do that, though. I'm cool with that. What the fuck are you watching? I am watching Why Men Rent Girlfriends. Darker than you think. I'd let him eat potted meat off me. He'd eat potted meat out of the darkest crevices on your body, Ocean.
After being radicalized online. But I do want to know if T does continue to change. So I'm going to follow up with him in a few weeks, and I want your guys' help. So if you want to...
Hey, yo! Let's go to jail tonight, Ocean. You too far away from me for us to physically go to jail tonight. But we'd have to, we can go to jail on RP, 100%.
Ask T a question, put it in the comments. We're now doing YouTube memberships, and members get priority comments.
I mean, a poverty party is 1,000,000 times better than what they do on Epstein's Island. Yeah, you're 100% right. I just want to get me a mystery machine, dude. One of y'all could be Scooby-Doo. Somebody could be Shaggy. I'll be Fred, though, because he's a motherfucker that always gets to drive, so I get to say where we're going. That shit'll be cool.
And so if you really want us to put your question to T, become a member. We'll make sure it gets in front of him. It also means you'll get early access to our videos, and you'll also get some exclusive content, so please do consider becoming a Zanlander. Anyway, I've got a plane to catch. I'm going to Costa Rica for next month's video, so be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you then.
Yes, sir. All right, let's look. Let's see what we got here.